Let's code a stopwatch with Python and tk.Canvas. If you hate the 1990s look of tk.Canvas, I got you. This is how our stopwatch will look like. A sleek, modern design featuring a time display, a toggle button for start and stop, and a reset button. A simple and modern UI. To create our user interface, we'll use tk.Canvas. That's short for Toolkit Interface. It's lightweight built-in package. A stopwatch needs to keep track of time. Let's import time. We create a class called stopwatch and pass it root. That's the window the watch is displayed in. When we write the main block to run this app, we'll get back to the root. One great thing about classes is they can have features, attributes, and do things, methods. First we'll define attributes. Make our class own root by storing is in self-root. Now we can access all attributes and methods of tk.Canvas root class. We can show our app's name in Windows title bar for example. And we can set a background color. Speaking of color, we'll need more colors for buttons and text. I like to set up a color scheme with a dictionary. This way, whenever I want to change the colors, I don't need to dig through the code or change at multiple places. It's at hand, easy to understand and work with. When we move self color to the top, and add key and value for the background, we can use it with root background. What else? Of course the time stuff. A stopwatch needs a start time, and we want to see the elapsed time. And for the start-stop toggle we need to know if the stopwatch is running or not. That's the attributes. Next are the layout elements. To avoid the ugly look with boxy buttons, we will use TK's Canvas class. Image TK windows like a Marie Kondo drawer. You can put widgets, buttons, labels in it like little boxes. Canvas is such a widget, and it allows us to draw shapes, text and place elements precisely. All you need for modern GUI. Canvas will belong to root. Root is the master, or with less slavery more love, the parent. Give it a background color. Set width and height. And since I don't want highlight frame around canvas, I set its thickness to 0. Finally we put canvas into root with pack time to add time to our stopwatch. Inside canvas we'll display the elapsed time as text. Center it with X, Y coordinate. If you struggled with tk.Canvas grid or pack layouts and the random dimensions, this is why you will love Canvas. The text will show hours, minutes and seconds separated by a colon. Set a mana-spaced font you like, and give it a color. We have two buttons, a start-stop toggle and reset. Their shape is a rectangle. We draw on canvas, at the position we like, width the precise width and height we want. Give it a color. And, at least for me, no outline. Simplicity rules. Same with reset. But you know what? We'll have to address these buttons later. Bind them to events and methods. Having them in a dictionary will make the code more readable. The buttons need text. This is similar to the time text label earlier. Coordinates, text, font, color, for both buttons. Done. Buttons are useless without actions. Whenever a user clicks on a button or the button's text, a method with the same name, toggle or reset, will be called. That's a perfect bridge to methods. Our class need those two methods. And we need to format the elapsed time. And a stopwatch isn't a static image. It changes. We want to see time passing. Let's start with toggle. Our start and stop button is bound to this method. A mouse click is an event that's passed as an argument. We need to know if we are in start or stop mode, and change button color and text accordingly. If the stopwatch is running, a click makes it stop the time. We measure time and subtract elapsed time, and set start time to this new value, and update. This way, when the user clicks start again, the stopwatch will continue counting up and not start at 0. If the user wants to start at 0, they may use the reset button. Again we pass the mouse click event. Set running to false. Elapsed time and the displayed time to 0. And the toggle becomes a start button. We need to format the measured time. Time gives us a float, the current time in seconds since the epoch. That sounds epic and completely unhelpful. First, we convert it into an integer because no one wants to see 375.699 seconds on a stopwatch. Now for the maths. We use divmod to split our total seconds into minutes and whatever's left over. Then, we take those minutes, divide them by 60 again, and split them into hours and the remaining minutes. We return the values as a formatted string, making sure each number always has 2 digits. If it's a single digit number, Python kindly adds a leading 0 for us. Because a stopwatch with single digits just looks wrong, doesn't it? Last method, update. If the stopwatch is running, we calculate the elapsed time by subtracting start time from the current time. Then, we update the label with our nicely formatted time string. To keep things fresh, we tell root to check for updates every 100 milliseconds. Why not every second? I hear you ask. After all, we don't display milliseconds. Well, we want the stopwatch react promptly to a mouse click. If it only updated every second, you'd think your computer had frozen. And we don't want that kind of excitement. All that's left is to run the main application loop. We create the window by calling tk. Then, we instantiate our stopwatch, passing root as the parent. With root main loop, the window stays open, constantly updating itself and listening for user input. And that's it. A fully functional, stylish stopwatch built with Python and tk.Canvas. Enjoy. If you learned something, give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe for more, and let me know your thoughts in the comments. If you didn't like it, break my heart and channel your emotions through the thumbs down button.